Technology in our homes is constantly evolving, keeping us more connected than ever before, and enriching our lives with information, safety, and convenience.
I thought that would be cool. Awful. Here I was thinking that I could start out the thing with a video, and all it did was create a bunch of echo. Total epic fail. That was horrible, wasn't it? Well, you can get that video somewhere else on the dealer portal and watch it yourself. Welcome to the workshop today. My name is Jeremy McLaren. I run marketing globally for Johnson Controls and was formerly running marketing for Qolsys before Qolsys was purchased by Johnson Controls. So very excited to be here today and glad that you guys have joined me for our first of a tremendous series of marketing workshops. Really excited. As I was putting this content together and thinking about what kind of things that people have asked us for over the years, the kind of requests we get from our customers on a regular basis, I was really working hard to try and create not only a great variety, but also wanted to make sure I could present it in a way that would be powerful and engaging for you. So first off, if you're joining me today, thank you very much. If you're watching this as a recording, thanks for watching the recording, and I hope that you'll join us for a future live event. We'll be doing these every week. The plan right now is to do them at 9 o'clock my time. That's in Mountain Standard Time. I'm not sure where you're at or what you're doing, but hopefully this time works for you. And we'll be doing a poll at the very end of the event to get a little feedback from you as terms of what we could do better and how we could do it. So first off, want to make sure that this is a very interactive session. The goal is to give you 15 minutes of content, leave 15 minutes for Q&A and discussion, and then be done. So they should be nice, short, simple sessions. Before we dive into the content today, I do want to let you know what our plan is for the upcoming event. So this week, we're going to talk about navigating the dealer portal's top 10 most downloaded items. The items that we've built that our customers are grabbing all the time and using all the time. I want to make sure you know what those are, because there might be one or two things that you're not using that could be beneficial for you. Next week, Kelsey, who runs our dealer marketing globally, is going to talk about images and photography, and not just what pictures we have that you can download from the dealer portal, which we'll reference today, but also how to take pictures. If you needed to be able to capture a picture yourself, if you needed to find a picture from our library, things like that, how would you do that? So it'll be a really great session. Those pictures can be used for a variety of great things like, websites and social media and flyers and all sorts of great stuff. So you won't want to miss that session on the 25th. Then in March, we've got 4 great sessions. The first one starting out with Madison Saab from Alarm.com. She is absolutely phenomenal, and she and I will be discussing builder programs. Many of you, especially as spring starts to come into the air, and I know it doesn't feel like it with all the winter time going on across the nation, but we're going to talk a little bit about builders and how you can get engaged with them and how you can build a great builder program. So it'll be a fantastic session there. And then on March 11th, we'll have Katie Cohen from Alarm.com joining Kelsey Wing to discuss websites, and we'll discuss not only customizing your website using the assets you can find on the dealer portal, but also there is a free brand new customizable website service you can get from Alarm.com, and you might not know about that, and we'll give you a demo of that. So that's going to be really exciting. On the 18th of March, I will join back again, and we'll talk about scripting. Use scripting for your phone sales reps, for your door-to-door reps, for your home shows, things like that. We've got a lot of preset scripting, but we'll talk about how to create your own scripting, how to customize scripting, and how to make sure that your consistent message really focuses on features and benefits. So it'll be a great session there. And then on the 25th, probably the one I'm most excited about is video. We're going to talk about how to use your smartphone to create your own great videos, how to use the video content we already have to upload, to your computer and, make modifications and customize it, how to leverage the video that exists, as well as how to capture new videos. So that's going to be a fun session. I'm really excited about that one. And whether you're using a GoPro, professional capture gear, we'll actually share with you what we use when we capture videos and show off the kind of stuff we do. I think it's going to be a great session. So please join that one and have anybody you think would benefit from it join as well. Then in April, We've got a fantastic lineup. We'll talk about empowering your employees, creating employee purchase programs, getting employees trained, getting all your employees to become passionate about the product line that you sell, the features and benefits they provide. So I'm excited about that one. Kelsey on the 8th will talk about displays, whether you want to turn one of the offices in your building into a showroom for the employees to, experience and demo. Maybe you have a showroom itself that your customers can come and experience. Maybe you want to create a virtual showroom, or you want to do a showroom, in a situation kind of like what we're doing today, or you want to do a showroom at a trade show or an event, as those start to open back up. We'll talk all about those kind of events, all those kind of displays on the 8th, and Kelsey will share with you what's possible. On the 15th, I'll share with you about email, and we'll talk a lot about creating email campaigns, how to create an email campaign, what assets to pull in from the dealer portal, and how to basically build your own email campaigns, whether you're talking to brand new people or existing customers, or simply using email as a sales tool. There'll be some great content in there. We'll also follow up on the 22nd with referral programs. Many of you have a referral program today. Some of you have shared with us some really great and exciting things that you've done with your referral programs over the years, and we want to share with you some of the best practices that people have done to really help your referral programs get some real traction. And then finally, on April 29th, Kelsey will come back and she'll talk to us about flyers, how to make flyers, how to customize flyers, how to do everything you need, creating flyers, whether it's door hangers or what have you, handouts, etc. There'll be a lot of great content in there. Now, that's going to take us through the end of April, and our plan is then to create a whole new series with all new content, and we want to do that based on your feedback. So at the end of this session today, I want to make sure that you guys all fill out the survey, and if you're watching this recorded, hopefully you can just send an email to smartsecurity@jci.com, and you'll be able to share with us your ideas of what kind of sessions you'd love to see in the future. And our goal is to do these weekly. Again, 15 minutes of content, 15 minutes of Q&A, and then we're done. So we don't want to take a lot of your time. That being said, I want to start us out with a few polls. And while I'm doing polls, I want you guys to be looking for the section in your GoToWebinar control panel called Chat or Questions. I can see already Frank and Joby and Abinum has all joined. So thank you very much. And I might have said your name, Abiodun. Abiodun? How do you say that name? Give me the phonetical spelling so I can make sure I don't mispronounce your name. Hi, Kate. Oh, good. Mwah. Say hello to everyone. Hi. All right. So I'm working right now. Can I? All right. See ya. Have fun at school today. So give me a shout out in the chat. Let me see, tell me where you're calling in from. So, let me know what you're doing. I would love to see, what you're working on. And the first poll question I have for you is, what is your role in the organization? Are you marketing? Are you sales? Are you operation? Are you technical? Maybe you wear multiple hats. Maybe there's something I didn't put on there. I kind of want to get an idea of who my audience is, just to make sure that, I can cater our content to the audience today. Santiago, welcome from Florida. Glad you joined in today. You're probably enjoying better weather than most of us. We got about an inch of snow today, which was kind of fun. And the mountains are still not open for me to go skiing, so I'm a little disappointed by that, but I'm excited for when they do open up here in Utah. They've gotten about 4 to 5 feet in the mountains over the past week or so, so should make for some good skiing when they can get the canyons open. The next poll question I have for you is, what methods do you currently use for marketing? Are you using in-person marketing? Are you doing stuff over the phone? Are you doing web and social media? Maybe you're doing some traditional advertising, maybe something else. I'd like to know, and this is a multiple select, so choose all the ones that apply to you. I kind of want to understand, what kind of marketing you're doing, because that will certainly influence the way that we use these top 10 downloads that we're going to talk about today with the dealer portal. All right, let me go ahead and close that poll. Thanks everyone for chiming in there. And then, and let me just share some of these results. So it looks like 26% of you are saying that you're marketing, 34% are sales. And that's exactly where I wanted us to be, right in the sales and marketing realm. We do have some operations and some technical and some people in the other. So welcome everyone. And then the methods you're currently using for marketing, just so everyone sees, 74% are using in-person marketing. The top response was web and social media, which I'm really pleased to see. Traditionally, our industry has not done a lot of that, so it's really exciting to see you're doing that stuff, and I think you'll find a lot of great things you can use on the dealer portal that we'll show today that will come in handy if you're not using it already. There's some people doing some traditional advertising and some people doing some phone and then some other. I'd be curious to know what some of that other is in the chat, if you don't mind. If you responded other, I'd love to hear what some of the other things that you're doing are. Put it in the chat. Let's talk about it. Then the next question is, do you currently have access to our dealer portal? And that's yes, or I'm not sure, or no. Should be a fairly straightforward one there. And I'm going to put in to the chat. It looks like most of you have access to our dealer portal. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and put in the chat our link to our dealer portal. So that if you don't have it, you can click on that and register. So for those of you that 15% that said you weren't sure, or this small percentage that said you don't have access, click on that link and you can get access. Okay. So let's dive into some of the presentation. I've got a couple more polls I'll do a little bit later on, but let's dive right into our presentation content. So the first thing I want to do is give you a quick overview of the Qolsys dealer portal. We'll be rebranding this at some future point to reflect JCI branding, since Qolsys is now owned by JCI. But I want to show you what we've got in here. So if you go to the home page, when you first log in, you'll see kind of, some big major areas where you can click and navigate and things like that. We've got some advertisements. We've got, a link to, to technical downloads. It's a lot of people using this for technical downloads. If you want to get trained, you've got a link to the training, our residential marketing, a link to that. Software updates. A lot of people are using that for software updates. And then down at the bottom, you can see links to support, our latest technical bulletins, and our dealer blog, which, helps announce things that are happening. Up at the top, you can see some tabs: training, download, support, a distributor locator, and the marketing store. The first thing we're going to go to is downloads, and I'm going to click on residential because our top download of all of the things that get downloaded on the dealer portal is on here. And the surprising thing is it's not the very first thing. The iOS app is certainly that's actually number 2 on the list. Actually, it's number 3, surprisingly enough. But the top download on the dealer portal, you can see there's presentation materials, we've got photography and branding, and then sales videos. And actually the top download on the dealer portal is the IQ Panel 2-minute commercial. This commercial right here, we call it the end user video. And here's a little tip for you pro users of the dealer portal. If you click on the thumbnail in the middle, you can view the content. It gives you a nice web compatible view of the content. If you click the link below the image or the thumbnail, that's to download the actual file. So if you wanted this file and you wanted to download the IQ Panel 2-minute video to your computer, and I tried to show a video at the very beginning of this session and it didn't work very well, but you can certainly do this yourself with the access. Click on this and it will download it to your desktop, and then you can put it in whatever video program you want, add your logo to the end, all kinds of stuff. Again, we'll have a session about that here in a few weeks, and it should be good stuff. So that's our first download, our first top download. Number 1 is IQ Panel 2-minute commercial. That one has a great overview of the panel, its primary features, how some of the alarm.com features factor in, the mobile app and notifications and geo services. And then it also has, highlights some of the other categories you can bring in, like lights, locks, thermostats, garage openers, video doorbells, things like that. Now we've got lots of other videos as well. There's an overview of IQ Panel. There's, our full-length commercial. It's got a lot. It's 3 minutes, and it's got a lot of content in there. Here's a newer, updated version. This is the 2020 version of our 2-minute commercial. So we took the 2-minute commercial and then added some new content to it to update it for 2020. So there's a lot of great video content in here. And as you scroll through the dealer portal, you'll find videos about panel features, devices, all sorts of things. So pretty awesome stuff in here. So again, download number 1, our most popular download, is the IQ Panel 2-minute commercial. But as you navigate through these commercials, you might find commercials that are useful to you. And I'd love to hear in the chat which commercials you find the best use, or if there's content that maybe you would love to see that we don't have and you want to see in the future. Let's get on to download number 2. Our time's pressing. Download number 2 is the sales slicks. Okay, that's the third item under presentation materials. These sales slicks, I'll click on that and load it up. It'll take a second to load because it's a big file. There's about 40 or 50 pages of different types of sales slicks. And the intention with this is that you download this PDF file. And as you have this PDF file on your desktop, you can then go through in your Adobe program, I think Adobe Acrobat or Almost any of them do. I know on my Mac, I could simply open it up in preview, and I can literally click on the thumbnails on the side and delete the ones I don't want. So this gives you a way to customize a sales presentation, a digital sales presentation. Now, why would you want to do that? Maybe you want to email it to a customer. We've had lots of dealers say, I customize it, I get the slides I want, and then I email the slides I want to my customer. Maybe you want to capture one of these images and use it on social media. Many of you said you're using web and social media. An image like this might be great on your homepage. It might be great on your Facebook page or as an Instagram post or things like that. And as you scroll through, you can see lots of great images and a lot of great content in here that helps illustrate what the image is talking about. Gives you a little bit of information. It's not too much. It's not overload, but as you look through, there's live answer, face recognition, looks matter, Bluetooth, encryption, the list goes on and on, disarm photos, mobile app. And there's some really, really great images in here, along with some great text and content that should help you really illustrate not just what Qolsys does, or not what the IQ panel does, but also what alarm.com does. I mean, geofencing is certainly very important to the system, and that's an alarm.com feature. But we try to illustrate all the different features and all the different things you can do with the system, in this set of sales flicks. And whether you're using it for a sales presentation or you're using it for your websites or social media or whatever, this is some great content here. So take a look at those. That's our number 2 download is Sales Flicks. Number 3 is the emulator, and you could choose between the iOS app and the Android app. Either one of these works, on your device, and it basically turns your phone into an IQ panel. I'll show you on mine real quick. As I go to my IQ Panel 2 app on my phone, I have an emulator here that actually emulates the panel, and I can swipe through the pages, I can touch things, I can pretend to open and close garages, I can view cameras. It's a fantastic sales tool. You could tell your end user to download it so they can experience what the panel's like. You could have your sales team download it on their phones or their tablets and be able to show off the panel and experience that the consumer will get. You could certainly use this in a digital setting like this, where you might have a digital home show that you're showing off some of your things to your customer, or some of you even told me that you're using Zoom for sales meetings, things like that. You could do that and show that off during that experience as well. If you're doing it on a computer, however, there's also a desktop emulator. This has more pages than what these iOS and Android apps has, because it also has all the settings as well. So it's a great tool for tech support teams, customer support teams to help navigate through the panel. And you could use it as a sales or marketing tool, on your website to show off all the things the panel can do. So pretty great little tool. That's number 3 is the desktop, the IQ panel emulator, whether you're using the mobile app or the desktop emulator. Okay. Download number 4 is features and benefits scripting. It's down here in this whole scripting section. And again, we're going to have a whole session on scripting, but features and benefits scripting is download number 4. And it is basically a quick, easy way to see that. Just imagine if you've got a call center and you print this out and put this in the booth. And as they're talking, they can literally just read that paragraph. It even has a nice little closer in it that can help you sell. Now, like all scripting, my caveat to this is a suggested scripting. This is stuff that I've written, that Kelsey's written, that Whitney's written, and other members of our marketing team have written, and we put it together in this document to give you a starting point. If you want to put a different spin on it, you want to change it up, certainly feel free to do it. Copy and paste the text, do whatever you like. But I know a lot of people downloading these features and benefits scripting, even if all you do is use it as a handy reference as you're driving out to your job, or you're sitting in an airport or stuck in traffic or things like that. Just use it to refresh your memory on things, to keep you sharp on the primary features. Again, and you'll hear me say this on every webinar before and every webinar since. Focus on your differentiating features. Focus on the things that make you different than the competition, and many of those are going to be found on this list. So features and benefits scripting, really important, and again, found underneath the presentation materials right here under the scripting section, script features and benefits. And you can view it here. And just a reminder, you can view it by clicking on that link, or you can scroll down and click on the words, and this will download the file, the PDF, to your desktop. So two ways of grabbing that. Let's see if there's any questions or comments Ray wants to know, who's your rep that covers Midwest Canada? We will definitely get you in contact with that person, Ray. Thank you for asking. Jessica says, we use the mom coming home video on our social media sites. It did well for us because our clients could see themselves in it. Hey, that's great. I'm glad to hear that, Jessica. Thanks for sharing. Matt says, I'll be displaying at an upcoming home show this May, and there'll be no power. It's outside in the parking lot. Interesting. It's not a home show. It's a parking lot show. It's a tailgate show. I have a small power supply to charge my mobile device, but I'm thinking I'll not power up a panel. Instead, I'll use my iPad for the presentation to potential customers. Do you have any suggestions for this type of home show? Absolutely. So I would say download that 2-minute video, the top download first, then also get the sales slick. If you have this, you could play the video on your iPad and maybe just have that sitting on your table, looping, playing that video. And then when someone comes up, you switch over to the sales slicks and you can swipe through and talk to them about the different things. And then, of course, pull up the iOS app. Those three together make a really great, solid sales presentation. And of course, there's lots of other things like flyers and things like that you could add to that sales presentation. But even just having those three would make a fantastic sales presentation. So Matt, I'm glad you asked that question. Thank you, and very best of luck at your show. I think it'll be interesting. I'd love to hear how it goes. So make sure you let us know what kind of traffic you got, how did that work? What, as you're in that show, what could you have used? What could have been better? We'd love to hear about that and see if we can improve that experience for future events and for other people. Let's jump on to item number 5, and that is our door hanger. So again, underneath of presentation materials, scroll down to Qolsys door hanger, click on this. And this is basically let me make this the right size. It's a PDF that you can go take. You can see it's print ready. Go take it to your printer. It's got the cut lines and everything. Go take this to your printer, and this is the spot for the door hanger itself, the little cutout for the doorknob. This is a door hanger that you can use and give to, like, stack them up with your technicians, and you've got a space here if you want to add your logo down at the bottom, you can. But imagine taking this, and when your technician goes to do an install, go take it and put this on every other house on the street, okay? Your neighbor's home just got safer and smarter. Here's our logo, and then Bluetooth disarming, geofencing, security, life safety, home automation. Now, if you don't want to put your logo on or you don't have a way of doing it, maybe you just, have them slice the edges and stick your business card in it. That could work too. Or write your, phone number and name or things like that. But imagine every technician going out and, just laying flyers on every house on the street after he's done an install, in a residential area or business as well. Go, take these around and pass these to the, you do the hair salon and go next door and get the, the cookie shop and the pretzel shop and, things like that, and let the managers know, hey, I could do this kind of stuff for you. So pretty cool. If you want to customize this, you certainly can, and you can certainly reach out to Kelsey. I'll give everyone in the chat smartsecurity@jci.com. If you want anything like this customized, or you want to collaborate on a custom piece, or aren't sure what to do or things like that, email smartsecurity@jci.com. We'll put you in contact with the right person to help you with your situation. So that is item number 5. Let's jump on to item number 6. I should have done this in reverse order, so it was more exciting to get to number 1, but that's okay. These are all really good content. So item number 6 is the IQ Panel Image Pack. And that's under the photography and branding section. And you go right here to Panel Image Pack. If you click on this, it brings you to a Dropbox folder. Now, we used to do this in a single zipped download, and you had to download the whole file. Now you can do these individually, and makes it a lot easier for you to grab what you want and view what you're getting before you download. So we've got this broken up into several sections: holiday, in commercial buildings, in a home, PowerG, IQ Panel PowerG box, IQ Panel camera, studio shots, screenshots, low resolution shots, and lifestyle shots. Low resolution shots are great for like Twitter or Facebook, or places where you need something low res. Maybe you're doing a PowerPoint. You don't need something with a big file size. You're not doing something print ready, but you need something quick and easy. But there's a variety of stuff in here. I'm going to click on In Home just so you can see some of the examples. So you can see here's a whole bunch of pictures of an IQ panel in a home. Okay, and you've got one with a photo frame. You've got a bunch with blank screens that you can go superimpose whatever screen you want onto it. And if there's a particular screen you want, you certainly can grab those. There's some that have screens on them already, IQ Panel screens on them. And all you have to do is click on one of these, okay? Close this out. And there's a little download button up here, and I click that download, and voila, I can download that image right to my desktop and be able to use it. So that is number 6, I believe it is. Yep, number 6 is that the panel image pack. Now, there's lots of other image packs as well. You want devices, you want Power G devices, logos, icons, fonts. We've got lots of stuff on there that you can download and use. But by far, people are wanting the pictures of the panel. I think a lot of people use them for their websites. A lot of people use them for, the various, social media posts they're doing, things like that. And there's enough pictures in just the panel image pack alone to keep your Instagram feed, posting daily for 3, 4, or 5 months. So there's lots of content in there. So if you're looking for social media content, for those of you that are doing that, there's lots in there and you can do that. Just imagine taking every day a new picture and then creating a caption. And the captions, imagine pulling the captions from, your features and benefits script. Did you know IQ Panel has a built-in photo frame? And this is what you can do. Did you know IQ Panel has a built-in camera and can capture just some photos? Let's talk about what it can do, things like that. Matt says, can you repeat digital asset number 3 when you have a summary time? Yes, I will. Thank you very much, Matt. I will definitely do that. And just so you know, digital asset number 3 is the emulator, the desktop emulator right here at the top. And you can download it to your phone or to that, but we can cover that here in a second. Let's go with the next one, which is actually not under residential downloads. It's under commercial downloads. So under commercial downloads, I'm going to go to this page, and the next one is actually the Qolsys Goes commercial video. So this is a commercial video. So those of you that are doing, either light commercial or large commercial, this video covers how you can use this panel in a commercial setting. It's got some beautiful photography. It shows it in small areas and big areas. We talk about partitions. We talk about screen lock. We talk about integration with alarm.com access control. It's a really great video for showing off the features that are specific to IQ Panel in a commercial setting. And that's a very popular download, especially for those of you that are doing commercial stuff. Let's see. Now we're on to number 8. Yes, number 8. So that was number 7. Number 8 is actually, if you scroll down under commercial, it's the commercial flyer. This commercial, and it surprised me because I thought the commercial sales flicks would be it, but it's actually the commercial flyer. This flyer right here allows you to basically just show off in a single page what we can do from a commercial standpoint. And it just shows the major features here. It also, if you go to the back, shows the panels and the devices. I think a lot of people are using this from a sales standpoint as kind of their lead commercial thing. Hey, let me show you what we can do. Here's the devices. It's almost like a menu. Like, imagine yourself as working in a restaurant. You're like, hey, what can I serve you with today? Well, I've got these features, and then you flip it over. You're like, okay, let me get you this and this and this. And this has been a tremendous sales tool in the commercial type realm. So that is download number 8. Down number 9 is under downloads. We're going to go to builder downloads now, and there's a lot of builder downloads. We've got our commercial, we've got model home flyers, builder flyers, FAQs, scripting for model home employees, PowerPoints for your builders, things like that. But on this page, the builder video, this main one, this builder video has been a tremendous opportunity for people that want to get in touch with builders. And again, we're going to talk about that more in our builder session in a few weeks. I believe that's on the 4th of March. But download this video and send it to a builder and just say, hey, just want to let you know this is what I can do. And it's geared towards that. The very first words are, hey, you build beautiful homes. We help to make them smarter. It's talking directly to the builder from you. I want you to basically say, hey, I can do this for you. And if you're interested, let me know. Imagine going and sending this to every builder rep you can get your hands on. I guarantee you're going to get a couple bites of people saying, hey, that's interesting. Can we talk a little bit? I would like to understand what you can do, how much it's going to cost, structure a program around it, things like that. So this is a great one for enticing builders to have that next conversation. And that leads us into asset number 10, which is the model home equipment flyer for builders. I'm going to click on this so you can see it. This is a great leave behind after you've had a conversation with a builder, or if you're interacting over email or things like that. It's a great way to kind of say, hey, just want to let you know what we can do. And it shows off all the free equipment you can get for the model home, kind of a nice summary of it. And then, of course, if you have questions, you can send an email to builderprogram@qolsys.com, and we'll help take care of you. So those are the top 10 downloads. So as a quick summary again, number 1 was the 2-minute video, on the video sales video section, the IQ panel 2-minute commercial. Okay. Number 2 was the sales slicks. Okay. Go to the very top, sales slicks under presentation materials, under residential downloads. Number 3 was the emulator. The iOS app is the one that's mostly downloaded, but there is also an Android version and a desktop version. Okay. Number 4 is features and benefits scripting. So again, still under presentation materials, features and benefits scripting. Number 5 is the door hanger. Okay. Number 6 is the panel image pack. Okay. That can give you different pictures of IQ panel. Number 7 is the commercial video. So I go to downloads, I go to commercial, and the very first video that's on the page right here, that commercial video, downloading that. Number 8 is the commercial flyer. So as I scroll down past the other commercial videos, get to the commercial documentation, this commercial flyer is number 8, although this trifold came in, is also very popular. Then I forget which number I'm on, 8 or 9. The builder video is number 9, okay? And I go to builder, so downloads and then builder, and the builder video here, and then number 10 is the model home flyer. So that's all of them here. Now I have a question, because most of you said you do use, do have access to the dealer portal. I am curious to know personally and just as a multiple select, what parts of the dealer portal do you use? Do you use training? Do you use downloads? Do you use support? Do you use the marketing store? What are the things you use the most on the dealer portal? Very curious to know what things you use. And then while we're answering that poll, Matt has another question. Are these videos acceptable for Instagram marketing or Google My Business marketing? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, you might want to shorten the length of those. You might feel like maybe a 15-second commercial would be more effective, or a 30-second. These are 2-minute videos, most of them, but you could certainly chop those down, and we'll be talking about that in our video section. Or we might even have in our library some 15-second commercials or 30-second commercials that we've done for other people. So it looks like the top one is downloads. The top ranking response was 76% of you said downloads, which is great. That's one of the things we made the dealer portal for. And then training, I'm really excited to see that number high, because we only introduced the training about 1.5 years ago. And it's exciting to see that so many people are using that. So thank you for that. And then support, that's definitely a good one. There's a lot of great content in support. And then the marketing store, which, has some great displays and gear and things like that. I encourage you to check that out when you get a chance. I'm going to go ahead and hide the results of that poll. And I am curious, because so many people mentioned training. Have you personally completed our online sales and marketing training? Choices are yes, of course, or maybe you're in progress, maybe you're working on it. Maybe you're aware of it, but you haven't started it, or maybe you weren't even aware of it. It looks like there's actually a fairly significant percentage that weren't aware of our sales and marketing training. I will share that here in a moment when we've closed this poll out. Remember also that we're trying to keep this to a nice short session today, and we're coming to the end of our time. So if there's any questions or comments or things that you'd like to share, please, speak up. I'm going to go ahead and share the results of that particular poll. It looks like 26% of you have said yes, 34% are aware but haven't started it, and 34% were not even aware of it. So let me show you where that is real quick for those that didn't know about it. I'm going to click on training, and I'm going to click on sales training. And in here, there's actually 2 things. There's sales training and there's device training. Under sales training, I've got a whole series of things that really are great for anyone, even a brand new employee that's never worked in the security industry, how security systems work, an overview of devices. And then we go through each of the different features, each of the different, differentiating features, and major peripheral categories, locks, thermostats, video doorbells, etc., even voice control. And we've got a great little video talking about each of those things. There's a short, usually about 3 to 5 question quiz after each one, so it's very easy to complete. If you were to go through these and watch the video, and then complete the quiz right afterwards, it would probably take you between 45 minutes to an hour to complete the whole course. So it's not hard at all. And then the other one is our device training. And the device training doesn't have any quiz questions with it, but there's basically a video for each device. And these videos are anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes long. And it basically just shows, Kelsey and I are basically in a home and we talk about the device and what you can do. Many people are actually using these for social media as well. And you can find those on our YouTube channel under device training. And a great content to share from a social media perspective if you want to, or for training your employees or sales staff. I found it particularly, one of the major reasons we used it is we're thinking about that salesperson that's out, walking in a neighborhood, knocking on doors, or, at a home show, or perhaps, about to go to an in-home appointment with a customer, or between calls on the phone, and thinking, how can I give them something that will educate them, but be so short that by the time the next call comes in, the video's already over and you don't have to take a lot of time. So these were made, they call them quick hits. They're really made to just be quick, easy videos to watch about the IQ remote or the garage tilt or the keychain remote or things like that. And I will tell you, all of these videos were made somewhat generically. We tried not to have company branding in there. We tried not to use company names, things like that, so that if you have created your own names for things, if you've got your own technology, things like that, it's talking about what the technology can do, not necessarily about the device itself, if that makes sense. So hopefully that's beneficial to you. We got a lot of feedback that we wanted to keep that kind of stuff generic. So again, use that under sales training when you get a chance. Let me see if there was any other questions or comments. Have to leave for a meeting. Can't wait till next week. I'm glad, Jamie. Thanks for joining us today. And Frank wants to know when the new water shutoff valve will be released. Interesting you asked, because we literally just finished filming the video of the device video about it just 2 days ago. So we are basically starting our soft launch here. I believe it's this month. So if you are interested in being one of our soft launch customers for that IQ water valve, email smartsecurity@jci.com and I'll get you in contact with the right people to make sure that you can be one of the first to start using that device. It is cool. It's a really cool device. And for those that don't know, essentially imagine a water shutoff valve that you can install yourself. You literally put it on, tighten the thumb screws, pair the Z-Wave, with the panel, and you're done. No plumber needed. It is an awesome device, and it's very affordable. So, especially compared to what the competition has out there. That's it. I've got a quiz question that live webinar technical training too. Marcus, yes. In fact, today there is a webinar. We have what we call our technical workshops. Let me get the link for that for you. I do have a poll, so everybody hang on just real quick. Not a poll, but a survey at the very end of this. I want to know how we did and what kind of stuff you want to do in the future. So let me just quickly get this link to our technical workshops and share copy registration link. So I'm going to put it in the chat right now. If you have not already registered and you're a technical person and you want to attend those technical workshops, you can do that. Also, if you go to youtube.com/Qolsys, you can find a link to all of our webinar recordings. And there's a lot of technical ones on there, a lot of sales and marketing ones on there. There's a lot of great content on there. Let me just show that to you real quick, just so you've got it. youtube.com/Qolsys. And as I get there, I can go to playlists, okay, right here in the middle. And I see a lot more than you guys do because I've got access to everything. But weekly workshops, technical, that's where we've done those. And then there's also a webinar recordings one. Where is it? Webinar recordings. So you can see here, we've got all the webinars we've done over the years, here with just dozens and dozens. We've done so many webinars, but everything from builder to technical to, overviews of the IQ panel, things like that. So pretty awesome. I hope that was beneficial to you. I'm going to go ahead and close everything out. Let me just make sure one last time that there aren't any other questions. I'm going to go ahead and close this out and give you guys a chance to answer my poll question. And thank you very much for joining. This recording will be on YouTube later on today, and I hope it was beneficial to you. Thanks very much, and stay tuned for the survey. Thanks, everyone.